Hey, Mr. Skyfly. Jonathan, let me just finish getting set up here.
Morning, Bob.
Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna turn that damn emojis off. Okay.
Oh, we got Mr. Sky High, Jonathan in the chat.
Yep, I think we're good to go, right?
Yeah, we're good.
How'd your night go?
Yeah, well, I actually slept good last night, but Shane. I
How did
woke up and I said, "What time is it, Echo?" And it said 5 o'clock.
how did your puppers do?
I didn't hear anything last night, so he didn't wake me up.
Huh.
But he's also, I gave him one of the pills yesterday about right before your show, around 4. Gave him one last night around 11. And woke up this morning and he was laying by my shoes like he always does. And then I gave him one this morning. So he's walking around a little lethargic, but he's fine, it looks like.
Eastern Lake Superior, as well for spread warning for Western Lake Superior, Eastern Lake Superior, Whitefish Bay, South Lake Huron, West Lake Erie.
Oh, lucky.
Broadcast.
That turned out
Now,
really good.
and it didn't turn out as good as I thought it would. It was some reason when I sliced it and I extended both of them, it's off just a little bit. But it measures up here and it measures up in the middle where it touches enough that it's like it ain't coming apart right now. I got rubber bands on it to make sure it bonds. But it's good enough.
I think it
It's
looks
enough to it's good enough to flip off Justin.
good.
Okay.
I like it. Jonathan, how you doing?
Yeah, a little bit difference in size.
Yeah, quite a bit different size. It's like 4 times the size.
Yeah, I wish I could have printed it all in one piece though. It would have been a lot better.
Well, when you
But
get
it's
your new
good.
and improved bigger printer as the time goes on.
There's probably a way I could have done it, by laying it on the side of because they show you about 90 different ways you can lay it when you print it.
Sure.
And then you just got to you got to make, because even with this one section of it where it printed like this section here where you got this gap. And this gap, they've got to put a filler in to hold it in place or it's not going to print. Because what it does, it prints the filler up and then it starts printing and it goes up and then it goes across. Once it prints to this, you don't need the filler.
Right.
But this section of support almost knocked off again. It kept moving
Wow.
and it was holding on enough that it didn't break. And I got that line across, so then it was good. But that could have been half of that print wasted again. It's just the
Now
way it
I
is.
take it you had to paint the orange parts and stuff.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So otherwise the whole thing would just be white, right?
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is you can see it's a little bit different in size. Once everything dries and everything, I'm going to file the beak even right there. And then I'll just repaint that one little section. That way the beak's all even because it's a little off right now.
I think it's great.
I think it's all right. Let's see if it fit back. I don't even know.
Here comes Mr. Rob.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Rob?
Yeah, you.
Another day in paradise, as they say.
well, Schwab, how you doing?
How are things over there on the other side of the pond?
Yeah, it's been busy, and I've been in hospital for a few weeks, and yeah, it is what it is.
Well, I hope they're taking good care of you.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I haven't heard too much. I remember you bought that building and you had the bunch of people up working on the top floor.
Oh yeah, we still got everything going on. We're more busy than ever.
Oh, that's good. Now, how many crews have you got out and about?
5.
5 different crews. Are they all over the world or just?
Yeah, 3 are UK and Ireland, and then 2 are just everywhere else. Good morning, Max, Mr. Fly Sky, Joe, Jonathan.
Well, good. It sounds to me like you got the right people working for you.
I don't know. I've had a lot of trouble with people. Let's see. Just I don't know. Everybody thinks that they can just break off and go on their own. Which I don't stop anybody giving it a go. But it's not as good as it's not as easy as people think.
No, when it's not as easy when you start from scratch, you know?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Just because they got a drone, they think, oh,
Yeah.
I can do the same as this. They don't realize all the back end, all the insurances, the licenses, just everything that goes along with it.
Now, what is your latest drone that you have out in the field working?
Well, the newest ones I bought,
Yes.
Inspire 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously I've had the one for two years, and then I was considering the Inspire 3, but yeah, I could get 2 and some other bits and pieces, 2 Inspire 2s and a couple of other smaller drones for the price of a Inspire 3.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense. I don't do them massive motion pictures.
Are they switching out cameras at all, or are they pretty much using just whatever's on the drone?
Oh no, we're switching out cameras. We're doing a lot of thermal.
Now, do you have any thermal imaging?
Yeah. That's what I said. The Inspires are doing a lot of thermals.
Right. Now, is the business pretty good for people looking for thermal imaging?
At the moment, it's the one environmental job we're on, where we're tracking the wildlife at night time.
Okay, all right. That must be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I haven't been out to do it myself, but yeah. Oh, Max, DJI sucks. It does, Max. Hey, Laura, Frank.
Well, I kind of, I sold Paul Hodges my Inspires, the latest one, but then I used to have an Inspire 2 and I sold it, and the problem that I had before is the Inspires. When I had the Inspires, I didn't have a smart controller that had a screen on it, so I had a tablet hanging on the top of it.
Yeah, we do a thing every time an Inspire goes out. It's a 2-man crew. Well, minimum of 2. We normally like 3, because we have there one operating the camera, one flying the drone. And doing it that way, I haven't had no crashes, no disasters.
Hey, Max, this is just for you right here. That's for you, Max, right there.
DJI with a cross through it.
See, that's what I did with my stickers instead of putting them all over cases.
Yeah. Here comes David Birdman,
Oh
Rob.
no, Rob's in here. Bye.
Yeah. Fuck that. Sorry, Cameron. A quick question, Max. I fly my DJI FPV and the Avada in manual, but while I'm flying in manual, can I click it back to normal and sports mode in flight?
Yeah, so when you're in the air, you'd like to be able to know if you can switch modes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, ask
Or,
Max. Max will tell you.
You know,
What about that, Max?
can I take off in normal and sport, then get up there and then switch it to manual? Because at the moment I'm leaving it in manual, taking off and landing. I didn't know if you could switch it while you're up there.
And that's with the Avata?
Yeah, and the DJI FPV as well. And
The
FPV.
POS, the big one.
Yeah.
Hey, David, how you?
I'm all right.
Hey.
You?
good morning, Mark.
David,
Hey, Paul.
Now, I do know.
Hi, Rob.
I do know that they had an issue with the Avata when it first came out, that people were going from normal to sport mode while in flight while they were flying, and that initial jerk of
Shock of the motors.
of the engine, the propellers were disintegrating.
Is that what it was it?
Well, everybody that had a crash had something to do with switching, because it happened to Tammy, happened to Alexis, happened to a few people, happened to Eddie Nunez. He switched it over, and what happened, and I can tell you, because if you look at my original Avata, I think I might have done it one time, but I wasn't going as fast as they're flying. It was when I first started. But if you looked on the inside of the propeller guards,
Yeah.
I had a little line where at some point the propeller
Somebody had
was
been
touching that
scratching.
propeller guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a scratch. And when I switched over to Master Air Screws, it's a bigger gap. But the original ones look like they might have,
original
because they were
prop
so
might have been-
flexible.
Yeah.
They're so flexible. When you pick them up, they may have just tilted enough to
Yeah,
scratch. If it hits just right, they crack off. That was my theory.
Sorry, Mark. You can't take off in. Oh man, you can, man.
Yeah, Max, you wanted to know if you're flying in manual or you're flying in normal with the POS. If you switch it to, can you switch it to sport while you're flying?
Yeah, if I start getting out of hand too much, can I just switch it to, like the sports mode or something like that? Because
Yeah. Just right on the controller while you're flying, can you switch between the modes?
Yeah, I've been doing dives and loops and a couple of times I've nearly crashed. But I thought if I could have just switched it, just to help me stabilize it a bit.
Yeah, because it's a big change when you flying in manual with the Avata. I'm not manual, normal with the Avata, and then you kick that switch over to sport. That motor's going to spin like twice as fast.
Yeah, I always fly in sports in the Avata, or I land it, then switch it to manual, take off.
Well, what I've noticed in the regular drones, the DJIs like the Air 2 and all of the Inspires and whatever, when I would switch modes on the controller, it would take about 2 or 3 seconds before it actually took, because there's a delay going to the drone.
Yeah, it's the transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like from sports that this is like cutting off every bit of assistance, isn't it?
Right.
It's you have to stop mid-air.
Yeah, it says you got to stop.
You should. Okay, Max.
See, because when I was flying the other day with the Mavic 3, I was trying to do an orbit, and I fly everything manual. I stopped using all the master shots and everything else. When I learned how to do it, I just do everything the way I want. Because I could do a master shot myself, or I could do some of the orbits, and I could bring it almost like a boomerang in, with the orbit as I'm doing it, and get it the way I want it to look. So I found I was for some reason, it maybe was because I was flying the Avata so much. When I was trying to do the yaw and everything, I was a little faster than I wanted to. So I looked at it and I was in normal mode with the Mavic 3. But before I switch it, I just let it hover for a second, then switch it. I never switch it while I'm flying. But I went back to cine mode just to make sure I didn't go faster than I wanted to.
No, I'm always switching while I'm bloody flying. I'm a bugger for it.
Today's
Oh,
Laura.
that's right.
Today's Laura's.
Happy birthday, Laura.
Yep.
Yes,
Don't
I know.
encourage you.
Don't
Uh,
encourage her, David says.
Hair sucks, DJI sucks. I just hope Max don't suck.
Well, Rob, did you hear about the almost great deal that David got and Laura? They were at a flea market.
No.
Carboot.
Oh yeah.
Carboot to
what
you,
was
Rob. Someone was selling an Ender 3 with all the mod columns, camera and everything for 70
Yeah.
quid with about 200 filaments. He didn't know what he was
Wow.
selling.
And,
Downside was I didn't have the money.
and David didn't have the money.
That's a bitch.
And it was really lightly used, he said, wasn't it?
Did I be
He used
funny,
it once,
David?
apparently. He didn't like
It was
it.
used one time. Rob.
Could I be funny, David? Next time, just message me. If you come across a bag and you're stuck like that.
No, you're not having it. If I can't have it, you can't have it. Fuck you.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, I know
I
what you
got
mean.
loads of bank details. I could have just done it there and then. I think I have. All I got to PayPal, one of the two.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, but just a silly thing to mistake like the hell on that.
Yeah,
it's like-
because that's
To be honest, I didn't want the Ender printer.
isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want the Ender. I wanted all the filament.
Well, it still would have been a good printer for Laura just to plod on with and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but-
could have used a second printer, a backup, but
Could you imagine though? I'd be bold by the end of the week. David, how do you do this? David, I can't do this.
mhm.
David, can you do this? David, can you do that? Can I use this? Can I use that? Laura, why is the printer going? It's 4 a.m.
Well, what you do in that case? You say call Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it 4 a.m. Laura, it's 4 a.m. Go to bed. What the hell's going on?
I don't mind.
What? She calls you at 4 a.m. Bet you would.
Depends if I'm awake, I'll answer it. If not, you can piss off.
Oh, I just need to issue you all a reminder. Get in for
Laura
Laura.
stream.
No, I
Oh.
want to get in for Laura, just to help her out. It's 366 days until her next birthday. Put it in your diary.
No doubt we'll sat here in the bed in a couple of weeks.
Now, what brand printers are you using, Rob?
Not everything. I got Bamboo, Creality.
You ain't got the A1, have you?
Yeah. I got the one with the. Is it the P1? Is it?
No, the A1.
Yeah. Which one have I got?
I don't know. Has it got the sides on it?
It's got the 5 filaments on top.
Yeah, is it encased?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the P1S
Yes.
or
got that, and
P1P.
I got the Anycubics as well. Yeah, and the Crealities.
Out of all of them, you have a favorite, or it pretty much just depends upon the job?
The Bamboo, because of the speed, but I'm still learning with it.
My Bamboo's very fast. So fast you can't even see it print.
Oh, it's not working, is it?
Oh, it's gone back, hasn't it?
You had to send it back.
It was a fire risk.
No, but one of my good old faithfuls is an Ender 2 and an Ender 3. No, it's actually a Vox Lab, which is a copy of an Ender. You got direct drive and everything else. It's yeah, it's been a good printer. Hey Joe, it's going, Joe.
I like my big duck.
That's quite tidy.
Oh, you've done it.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I got to find a way to get enough support on it to print it in one piece. I did it in two pieces, and I don't understand how it. I mean, I scaled it together. I don't know how it missed by a little bit, but it's not enough to notice, you know.
Well, it's funny. I've noticed that it's like whenever when I edit something, I'm always tweaking it, and everybody else loves it. You know.
Yeah, it put like this for what it's going to be used for. Like, it's good, you know.
Yeah. Now, Rob, can you print really big sizes?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 400 by 400 by 500, I think it is.
Show off.
You know, David, I've had it for ages.
Yeah,
It's-
no. That one that was sat behind you that used to go on.
I'm gonna say the big squeaky one.
Yeah. That was a fun printer.
Oh, I couldn't have it in here no more.
You used to go on Laura's stream and you'd know it was Rob coming in. You wouldn't see him, but you just hear this behind him.
Oh, it was one of them. I had to sleep with headphones on.
Now, do you do any printing at home anymore, or is pretty much everything done down at the office?
No, I'm 90% of it is done here.
Okay.
I think I just keep an eye on it so much better here.
Now, what do you do? Sell that stuff, or what?
Yeah. Yeah, we got a website and Etsy store and eBay and all that sort of thing.
Well, that's good. It's not like you're learning how to do it.
Oh,
No,
Because everybody's been learning how to do it. You know, it's like when Joe first got his first printer, he kept having it getting clogged up and this and that and all these other different things.
yeah, yeah, they are learning curves.
Now, do you use a certain kind of filament you find's good and other filaments bad, or?
Yeah, I use
Laura,
so
come here.
yeah, there's a couple of filaments I do use. Hang on. Joe, I just put a link in the chat. I printed with
Who's
an
these
yesterday. Oh, yesterday, and that come out really good. And well worth having. If you can hear me.
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna go check it out in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing the only thing it bothered, I guess it's because I'm a photographer, the perfectionist shit that bothered the hell out of me. The only thing that bothered me on this thing was the fact that one end of the beak was about a quarter of an inch bigger than the other one for some reason. So I just filed it down where it's all even. Now it's not gonna bother me anymore.
That's what you're talking about there, Rob?
Yeah.
That looks like a bra gone wrong.
Yeah. It's got two nipple holders and
That's for the FP. That's for the
FPV controller.
Oh, yeah, I got one like that. I got that controller also from Avada, so I might print that.
Yeah,
It does take a little while to sum up. You just got to do all the Google shit.
no, no.
Ah,
I
go on,
did-
Bruce,
I did. I did have a really good one.
These are wonderful.
Have they bought?
Oil-based
Bluey?
paint pens.
Just blew, I think.
Paint pens.
Yeah, I got 16 of them for like $9 on Amazon. 16 different colors.
Rio, stop kicking him
Wonderful.
in the head. Rio.
And then I found me a little stand that held them all and printed that, you know?
Rio keeps kicking him in the head.
Oh,
Yeah, I got 16 of them for like $9 on Amazon. 16 different colors. You got an echo in there somewhere.
Rio.
Not me. I want to make sure I wasn't on. Held them all and printed that, you know?
Yeah, there's a better one there in the chapter.
Let me go look at this.
Right. Who was echoing? Because it wasn't me.
Sorry?
I don't know, but
Somebody
the
else.
echo is gone now.
It's gone. I went and checked, make sure it wasn't me. Go get that link.
Yeah, because you always worry about the stick snapping, didn't you? And they're a pain in the ass as well to unscrew on off, on off, on off.
Jonathan
That's
Jackson
pretty
says,
cool.
good morning to Rio, David.
You hear that, Real? He's enjoying his pancake.
Mark White has a question for you, Rob. How
Yeah.
long does it actually take to make enough money to pay for the printer?
Depends what you're doing.
Yeah, it depends on, I would imagine it depends on the volume of what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The volume, obviously, you've got to factor in your filament and electric and stuff every time you do a job. So,
Yeah,
quite a long time, I'd say.
Like I make one thing for a certain category. It costs me 12 pence all in, and I sell it for $4.95. Yeah, which is great, and we sell the hell out of them.
Wait, you just said it cost you 12p and you sell it for £4.95.
Yeah.
You, Robin Welsh git.
No. I'm the cheapest of anybody.
Yeah, no, I just wind you up, Rob.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm the cheapest of anybody. And I sell it for $4.95, and I bet you I sell, I don't know, between 30 and 80 a week. But then other bits, they may cost you £2-3 to print and take a day, and you may only get 10-15 quid for them. Do you know? It's like the buffers which go around the Havana, the buffers. They cost 22 pence to make. They do. So I don't know what people are charging for that. There's another good link as well, Joe, in the chat. Do you ever use the motion controller?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, that's a stand for it to sit in. So if you want to put it down.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Oh, the stand. Okay, yeah, just
It's
a
almost
pole.
like Scottish stand.
Yeah.
But
I
what we
bought
do
the- I bought the FPV controller and started using the sticks with the Avata, and I don't think I've used the motion controller now in 3 months.
Yeah. It's just my daughter likes a motion controller and the missus do.
Hmm.
But sometimes when they're trying to pass it to you and all that, the thing is going everywhere and spinning and twisting. And
Yeah, what I like about the motion controller more than I like about the sticks is that little circle that shows you where the drone's at exactly. Where you don't get that with the sticks. You just have to make sure you're keeping it where you think it is, you know?
what do you mean? I'm confused there.
Yeah, with the sticks, you got the X, where the X shows you the center. But with the motion control, you got a little circle that
Oh,
when
in
you
the goggles, you
move
mean?
it, that,
And the goggles, yeah.
in the
Yes.
goggles, yeah, you got that little
Yes.
circle, you know? I like that little circle because I've got through tighter stuff with that circle
Yeah.
than I've got through with the sticks. I went through a hollow playground log the other day, and I've gone through that thing 5, 6 times. And the other day, I almost bounced off of both sides going through it. I don't know if it was the difference in wind going through it or what, you know.
Good morning,
But it started to
Fiona.
go to the right, then it went to the left.
Ooh.
Hey, Phantom Flight 101, how you doing?
Yeah, human.
Can I share a video, Paul?
Okay.
Right. Now, we all know that a surprise party, you're meant to keep it secret. So what the best way to spoil the party is by announcing it on the main news.
So,
Yes.
what have you got up at the weekend? Anything exciting?
Oh, my niece's surprise birthday party.
Oh, that's
So,
lovely.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
But not a
and fun.
surprise if she's watching this.
Goodness me, I've spoiled the surprise.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Blew down.
What's Max saying? Rob, have you tried making the joystick adapter that makes
Loose lips think ships.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that, Mac. Have you seen that, Joe?
Let me look, see what he said.
A joystick adapter.
Have you tried the joystick adapter? No, I haven't seen a joystick adapter. Unless that's basically what you have. There is
Yeah.
one that moves around, but I have never seen that one. I know Scotty's Make Stuff sells one.
It's a bit of a gimmick going in the motion
Yeah.
control thing.
Yeah, I had my son fly my oldest son, the one that's in the Marines. He came here. he says, how fast does it go? I said, you're not flying. You know, but he gets it. And I got the fly. It's on my one of my little videos, and it says how not to fly the Avata. And it was the first time he ever flew the Avata, and he took off as fast as he could, stop, took off, stop, took off, stop, like that a few times. And then I had to walk out to the car for something. I said, be careful, just stay out in the open. And I came back, and he had a second battery ready to go by then. The second battery, put it in, and he launched, took off, and started flying. And the difference in the second battery was like outstanding. It was what he did.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're underneath a little gazebo type thing. He flies around, and all of them come shooting right through the gazebo at about 18 miles an hour. You know, I mean, perfect. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Yeah.
And I looked up and I seen it coming, and he said, "I'm coming through." And I said, "What?" And he come right above my head, right perfect through, you know. And he went around everything, and he the second battery he did good, but he did the same thing with me with the Mavic 3. We were out in the country. And he says, "You gonna let me fly it?" And he's standing next to me like a kid. He says, "You gonna let me fly it?" "Yeah, in a minute." "You gonna let me fly it?" "Yeah, in a minute. Just wait." "Are you gonna let me fly it?" "Yeah, just wait a minute." You know. So he goes, and about the fourth time he goes, "How fast can you get it to go?" I looked at him and I said straight in his face, "You're not flying this." You know, like this. "You're not flying my Mavic 3 like that." But he took it, got it up in the air, and we had to stay at about 160 feet to clear the trees. So I got it up to about 180, and I said, "Don't go below 180 like that, because there's too many trees that are like little jagged trees out there." And this joker, he gets like this. He gets there like this. He goes, "Okay, I can fly now." Yeah, okay, you go.
Straight down.
He took off. You know, I said, "Oh Lord." But then the worst part, he's flying fast, and then he turns it. I said, "Dude, you're gonna throw propellers off of it. Stop." You know. And I said, "And you're an aircraft maintenance officer. You ought to know that."
I think it's 46 miles an hour I'm getting mine.
Yeah, he was flying it in the 40s. That sucker was flying. After he flew it for about 5 minutes, I said, "Bring it back." That's it. You know, if it's still in the air, bring it back. But I'm telling you, I was waiting to hear that go down somewhere.
So it limped back home, right?
No, it came back home quick. He brought it back quick. And when he got it back to where I could see it, I took it back. I said, "No, give it back. Mine now, mine."
Come to Papa.
Because only thing I wasn't worried about if something happened to it, because it's well insured. But the fact is the way he was doing it, I'm surprised it didn't throw a prop, because he was putting all kind of stress on that thing. But you know, I don't know if you think about it though, Paul, when you're flying, but I'll get out there and I'll be flying, and I don't think about crashing, or I think about it falling out the sky.
Yeah.
If something happens to a propeller or something like that,
Just
you know, I
drops.
check them before I put them up. I'm afraid that I might stop for a second to hover to do something, and all of a sudden the prop comes off or something.
That's the way it was when I hit those wires with the Air 2S and it went onto that ice floe.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at the screen because I was flying it with screen because I wanted to make sure I had it the right height and whatever. And all of a sudden it just went flip on screen, and I could see the wires, and that was it, you know.
That day I had the day I was way out on Highway 90, that whole bridge they're working on, that whole area they're rebuilding that highway, and there's swamp tours there and everything, and it's on Pearl River. And I was flying the Mavic 3, and I'd been flying 40 minutes, and I'm on the other side of the bridge, and I said, "Well, I might come through the bridge with the Mavic 3 because it's such a big bridge. I got a lot of room, and just fly through it at the end." Then I said, "No, I'm gonna just come up towards it a couple of shots, and then I'm gonna climb over it and then pan down at the same time." And I'm backing up to get my position, and I'm backing it up real slow, and all of a sudden I look up and there's wires all in front of me, and I just stopped and I went, "What the hell is these came from? Where they came from?" Like that. And I mean, I'm between wires. And I just did a little yaw, turned it around, and I had about 9 wires that I was in between of. And I said, "God darn it." So then I decided I'm not flying through it. And I said, "Let me just go over it," you know. I said, let's do some, that's it. I already had my chance, you know. But if I would have been a foot higher or a foot lower, I'd have backed right into the wires. Yeah, optical avoidance was on, and it didn't pick them up. It was like,
yeah, they do sometimes, don't they? At times.
yeah, that could have been a bad day. Be right back.
Oh, dear me.
I'm trying to remember what day I lost that drone, I think it was like January the 24th, 25th, somewhere in there.
Somewhere around that.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Fleischstein is after an Inspire up next.
What's that?
Mr. Fleischstein trying to chat Max up the sound and win Inspire. Yeah,
What I want to be able to, what I want to be able to do is this gimbal protector here.
yeah,
I want to be able to print that, but I can't find a print of it because I got this on my other one, and I want to take that one off because it catches leaves and everything. And that one right here, I don't want to buy it because it's like $30. That one little gimbal area.
yeah. Why haven't you got no buffers on them then?
Well, I never put the bumpers on it. Never did. I figure I'm not gonna fly close enough to hit something hard enough.
Spike 101 said hi in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. I said hi back to him.
But I like this protector better.
Yeah,
That's Herman. Phantom Flight 101. They do a regular show on Wednesdays.
yeah.
And
Like,
that red one always catches a leaf, and then I gotta
I
either
was
bring
gonna
it
say
back
that.
or hope it falls off. You know?
Now you've got two Avadas?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought the second one because when it went on sale, and I had crashed my other one about five times by then. And when the other one came on sale for it was $8.89 or something like that. I said, you know what? I don't need the goggles or the motion controller. If I sell them, I'm getting a $649 Avata for half price. So what I did is I sold everything else, and it only cost me about $350 for the second Avata.
I agree with you, Max. The Inspires, I really like the way they flew and the way they reacted in the air, but they have only a 15 to 18-minute flight time with the batteries. And I used to just grab it right by the lid like that, carry it out, and put it in the back tailgate of my Tahoe, and then carry the controller out and all that kind of stuff. It got to be much. Now I can fly 18 to 28 minutes with my Air 2S, you know. And I didn't like having to change the cameras. Like if I wanted my thermal imaging, if I was doing search and rescue, a thermal imaging camera, you know, that was like an $8,000 camera. And of course, you had to land, you put it on, and take it up in the air, and then.
Joe, have a look at that link I put in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool, Joe. And there is Ron.
Oh, that one.
Hey,
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, I
hey,
see that.
Hey, Ron.
hey, David, did you know your ass is on fire?
Yeah,
Yeah.
operation went wrong.
Apparently.
Now, what kind of filament would you use to make something like that with all the sparklies and all that stuff?
Sparkly one.
PLA.
There you go.
They actually do a sparkly one, but it's very bad for your 3D printer.
Well, somebody
of-
was talking about rainbow filament too.
Yeah, that's Tim. Tim bought rainbow filament.
I use a lot of that, I do.
Like I told Tim last night, that explains a lot.
Are they any good, Joe?
What's that, Rob?
I just said to them files, are they any good, Joe?
Are those
Yeah,
files
I like it.
good for you, Joe?
Yeah, it kind of. I might use the one for the DJI RC, the original controller for the FPV. This one here, I wouldn't use it because one with the gimbal guard, because like I said, it's gonna catch all every leaf that flies up there.
Is that?
That's what this one does now. That's what this one does now.
Yeah, no, the ones I put in the chat. Are they any better?
I wouldn't. I couldn't tell you unless I tried them.
Yeah, let me know. In fact, I'll try one sometime.
Let's see the other one.
Did you see his finger duck there, Rob?
Hang on, sorry, wait, I haven't got.
He's got it up on
That's
the
so
window.
when
Yeah.
Justin gets really nasty, I got a bigger duck now.
It's a bird hand like this made into a duck, you know.
Yeah, I know it.
Right.
Hey,
I will catch you all later as I'm going to do football.
Football today, huh? Who's playing?
It's just a small match, Preston versus Blackburn.
Who's gonna win?
Blackburn.
Obviously. Shut up, you. Preston.
Blackburn's gonna beat him. Okay.
No, Preston's going to win. We've sold every ticket.
How many?
Again.
How many tickets is every ticket?
12.
23,000.
Rob says 12.
Because he's used to watching Newport County that play in the English leagues, because the Welsh, that's where they belong, isn't it? In the English league, because the Welsh league is crap.
Is that still in Newport County?
Yeah, they're in the English league.
What
League
does that
Two.
mean?
What does that mean? It's a bit like your Cardiff and Swansea and Wrexham.
No.
Yeah, they're not fit enough to play in the Welsh league, so they have to play in the English leagues.
They're too good, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they're just too big for the Welsh leagues at the moment.
So are they handicapped players or what?
No, we don't let Rob play.
Bunch of Valley Commandos they are.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to put Rob in goal.
Hey, Ron, you gonna get that coyote today?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Right, but anyway, I will catch you all
Okay,
later.
David, thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off. I got stuff to
Yeah.
get on with.
Okay, Rob. Hey, you have a great day, and David, you
Later, Rob.
Yeah,
good luck.
if-
Good luck with Blackpool or whatever it is.
Oi,
Ron,
don't you swear at
Ron, it
me.
was good. Ron, it was good seeing you.
Good seeing you, Rob.
See you all
Yeah.
later.
Yes,
That's all it is.
and David says go Blackpool, right?
No, I'll have less of that language from you.
What's your team? I thought you were Black.
Preston.
What?
Preston. Preston.
Yes,
Preston,
Justin, I'm
okay.
off.
P&E.
Okay. P&E is playing Blackpool. Got it.
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Right. And Justin, I'll catch you at 5:15.
All right.
Yeah, just send me a message when you're ready.
You said 12:15 my time, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
which is 2 hours and 25 minutes away.
Yeah, because he's got to
Alright.
watch his team lose.
Pack it in. Right. Time to go and recycle some plastic. Catch you later.
Okay, David.
Later.
Bye-bye. Well, them footballers get right into it, don't they?
Mhm. Here's my secret weapon, Joe,
Yeah.
and with the remote.
The hell
What
is
does that
that?
do?
It's a varmint call. I've got 31 different sounds on here.
So you can call the animals?
The coyotes.
Hey, and he can trick women. You hear here chicky 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 in the bushes. All you hear coming from the bushes.
No,
The rod sneaks up behind him.
he takes that into the cafe and he hunts women.
Yeah, but that's a multiple sound. It goes chicky, 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 chicky. And when they get there, it goes, how you doing?
That's kind of cool, Ron.
Yeah, the remote, it's good. I think I've operated up to 200 yards away with the remote. So the whole idea is to set the call kind of like in the bushes. The one I really like is the distress rabbit call. That way they sit and think that there's a rabbit dying or hurt. And plus there's there's about 6 different
What's up, Joel? Jonathan?
coyote sounds on there that will, they like there's a one sound on there that kind of means that they're kind of meeting up in a group and trying to locate others.
Like ducks or something?
Yeah, almost like ducks. Yeah. But yeah, all the batteries are dead. Otherwise, I'd play a few sounds for you. Like, go spend $20 and get a bunch of batteries.
How much does one of those cost?
Oh gosh, I don't know. That thing's 10, 12 years old. It was about $300, I think, though.
Oh, wow, that's pretty
It's got a
expensive.
nice remote though. It gives you the screen where you can
Yeah,
pick-
imagine what one costs now, though. If you
Yeah.
paid that much 12 years ago, one of them's probably like 500-600 now. Probably has 3 times as many sounds, twice the range.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's listed as a wild animal caller or what?
It's a what they call a varmint call. I've got 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different coyote calls. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different rabbit calls. There's a sound of a lost deer fawn. They love that shit. Like, ooh. There's turkey on there. Fawn in distress. Woodpecker. All the stuff that they go after. And I actually have a mountain lion call on there too. And then I can go onto their website and download and delete all different sounds onto here.
Oh, so you
You
can,
need,
okay.
you need to get like a coyote attack call and stick it out in your yard for when the turkeys come and then do that.
I not a bad idea. Yeah,
It might work.
yeah.
You see birds flying all kind of ways, taking off.
I told you the day of the bear come home that we were pulling them out of the back of the truck and there were about a half a dozen deer in the yard. And as soon as they saw that bear, like, shit, we're out of here. Gone.
Goodbye. See you in a week.
Yeah, I'm just waiting
And
for it
they've
to-
never been back.
Yeah,
They've never been back.
they're probably trying to find someplace warm right now. It's pretty damn cold out. It's about 2
Yeah,
below.
we got that same weather coming this way. It was 52 this morning, and they said today that's the high. Supposed to go down to 36 tonight, and then the next night it's gonna go down to 30. And this is the high for the next 2 days.
There's actually a female mountain lion on here, and it's her call to like, hey baby, I need some loving. It's a female in heat, and it's worked. For many people use it. Thing is, the coyotes here, they kill a lot of deer.
I used to tell Alexa to what's a lion sound like and all of this, and I do it, and all of a sudden the dogs would go. Look around like, what the hell is that? Oh, wolf. What's a wolf sound like?
But you know, the funny thing with mountain lions, they have a whistle. You ever hear one of them whistle?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God. It's cool. It's really weird. Like I've heard it 2 or 3 times out in the woods. It's like, shit. It damn near sounds like a bird.
And you know what it is, so that makes it even worse. He's whistling to another one. Hey, they got this tall guy over here. What a
What's
gun,
really
come get
bad
him.
is when animals mimic other animals.
Yeah.
And you don't know if it's actually that or not. Like, you know, we used to have snakes out in California that would mimic rattlesnakes. They'd start rattling their tail and they'd make the sound. So you would think they were a rattlesnake. So you had to watch that.
Ooh, a better one.
There's a lot of animals out there that do that. They'll mimic other animals to make them seem worse than they are.
It's a
Wow.
mountain lion.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
At least you
That
can put
is
new
crazy.
sounds on there if you want. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, say if you're doing some different type of hunting, you can download some new sounds. It'd be it kind of suck if you were stuck with the same 20 sounds all the time.
Yeah.
They still support that thing after 12 years, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
You just go onto the website and all you gotta do is plug it into a USB port.
That's good that they still do that.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Yeah, Fox
companies
Pro
don't
is
support stuff.
they're still God knows what models out now. But yeah, I'm curious what
Shit, newer model probably has a memory card slot. You probably put 10,000
Yeah.
sounds on it if you wanted. You can imagine. 12 years is a big jump in technology.
Yeah.
you know what?
3 years is a big jump.
Yeah. That's just nice that they support it after 12 years. Most companies don't support tech that long. Usually
They
after
were not
about 5,
invested
7
depending on
years.
the model. They go anywhere from 129 up into the 500s.
Is it big enough, Justin?
Oh yeah.
1200. Jesus.
My pressure.
Don't need to buy it that bad.
How much did you say, Ron?
There's one in here that's $1,200. Holy
Jesus Christ. It's expensive.
shit. The thing should shoot them and find them for you. That price.
Oh, it needs to have like a radar dish on it or something. Tell you exactly where they're at. It'd be like a fish finder.
The range in this remote.
Have you ever had an animal get close to the speaker though and like try to get it or anything?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had that one mountain lion 4 or 5 years ago. I was sitting, I was all hunkered down in some rocks. I was full camo. I had a ghillie suit on. And I was hunkered down in some rocks. The speaker was about 100 yards to my left. And I was viewing down in the draw, this big valley. And I saw one come up. He started to come up and then he went into the weeds, was coming right at the call. He was looking for that deer. I had this distress fawn. But I had one when I first started coming out west My the guy I work for now, he took me out one night and dropped me off, and I had a coyote come in and just literally attack the call. Yeah, it was pretty
It just
wild.
runs off with your speaker.
Yeah.
You need an electric shock for that. You press a button and it shock on, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if an animal wouldn't do that though. Wouldn't walk
What's
up and
that?
get confused by the speaker and like pick it up and try to walk off with it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I've seen-
especially a good sized bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen YouTubes where people had remote cameras and they were taking pictures of animals and the animal come up and grab it and take the camera. Yeah. That would piss me off.
There's that guy down in Florida. What's it called? Trail cam something. But he takes his trail camera out in the Everglades, and he leaves them out there for 2-3 weeks. You wouldn't believe all the critters in that Everglades: bear, turkey, deer, wild hogs. There's a lot of critters in the Everglades. But they come up, they bite the camera and sniff at it. And, yeah.
So down here in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, we supposedly have bears. Well, we do have bears down here. I've never
Down in the
seen-
Everglades, there's several bears down there. They're
I've
not as
only,
big as up here.
Yeah, I've only ever seen one bear, but it was creamed on the side of the road. I think like an 18-wheeler or something hit it because it was pretty fucked up. But other than that, I've never actually seen one like actually running around or anything.
I was like 18 years old when we were out doing crawfishing out in the marsh down at Manchac, not at Manchac, and Lewin. And my mother liked to go exploring all through the woods out there. So she said, I'm going exploring. So she started walking. So I went with her. And we get out there and she knew what the sound was. I didn't know what the sound was. And she heard this and she says, I'm out. I'm going. Come on with me. I said, why? She goes, you didn't hear that? And I said, well, what was it? And she wouldn't tell me. She didn't tell me, right? So I started walking back and it kept getting louder. I turned around, it was a wild hog. And that sucker, boy, they're mean. Boy, they're mean.
Oh yeah, they are.
He looked at me and he kept trying to charge. And I had a 357 on me. And I said, I'll just shoot him, you know? And as he kept charging me, I shot him once and all I did was piss him off. You know? And I had to shoot him like 4 times.
Oh, those boys in
And Al-
Texas, man, they'd be killing tons of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, my mother took off, went back to the front where we were. I get back there, I said, you just left me out there. Why didn't you tell me what it was? She said, well, you had the gun. You know?
Oh, in Texas, man, those wild hogs, man, are just out of control in Texas.
Yeah.
They have those, you ever see the videos of the big cages they drop over a whole group of them? They'll
Yeah,
hang
I've
this
seen
big,
that.
yeah, they'll hang those big cages from the trees and then they'll put feed out there and then like 20 of them will come in to feed and they'll drop the cage around them. And then they just come in with the whatever gun they use. They just lay them all down right in the cage.
Joe Photo Leo is in the chat.
Hey, Joe.
So, Joe,
Yeah, Fontainebleau State Park is actually full of wild hogs right over here by us.
do they have an
Every
open
once in a
season
while,
on
you'll
those
see them on the
things?
street.
Do they have
Uh,
open? Because I know in
I couldn't tell
Texas
you.
you can
I
hunt
really
them
couldn't
year
tell you.
round. They don't give a shit. You can kill as many as you want in Texas.
I know in the springtime, you usually see 1 or 2 of them that have been hit by a car or something on the side of the road.
Yeah, they're so out of control in some states that they just put a open killing on them. Everybody can just go to town on them as much as they want.
But that little state park right down the street from me, it's about 5 miles from me, 6 miles from me. You got everything from brown bear, deer. They got coyotes in there now. You got like regular little things like rabbits. You got eagles that live up in there. You've got wild hogs. It's right 6 miles from me, you know? But that's in the middle of the
Honestly-
state park.
Ryan, you don't have wild hogs up there, do you?
No. I think they have them in Idaho, maybe. I'm
They'll
not
make
sure.
their way there. They're slowly going all over the United States.
Yeah, but I
I
think they
believe-
pretty much stay awake from the cold climates.
Is there any restrictions on hunt or killing coyotes there? No.
See them, shoot them
Is that year round or just certain times of the year?
all year. Yep. Don't even need a license.
Because they can be pretty vicious too, can't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. You get a pack of them. You're out there by yourself. You best be packing yourself. They will attack. They're mean.
I'm surprised you haven't gone down to Texas and did the helicopter
Oh,
with
trust
the
me,
hogs.
my honeydew list. It's
That
not
looks
cheap.
like fun, man. Those guys
Yeah.
sit up there and then they fly them in the helicopter and then chase packs of wild boar. And
Yep.
then you get to shoot from the helicopter.
Oh yeah.
That shit's badass.
hmm One of these days.
A lot of the guys I've noticed that do that, they are using AR-15s.
Yeah.
They'll have all
Yeah.
decked out ones. I don't know why that particular rifle. I guess it's just good for that kind of shooting.
Oh yeah. While they're short, you know, you can't be taking a big long rifle up there. Get something nice and short, you know. And I guess they make you go through a little training. Make sure you don't start shooting, especially if they bank it a little bit, that you're not shooting down through the rotor blades. You know, that would not
Oh
be
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I would totally go do that.
Yeah, Ralph's son-in-law did that. He said it was a hell of a good time.
Like that,
Yeah,
little short one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
And
nice
that
gun.
is now, it's not a 300 anymore. Now it's an AR-15.
Mm.
He changed the upper stock and everything.
I'm taking my 22-243 with me tomorrow.
That was a good conversation last night, Dusty. Fucking Donald was geeking out on all the Atari stuff.
He got with all his police friends and changed out the 300 barrel upper stock and everything, and did some trading, some selling, and now he's got the AR.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go have built pretty soon as the 300.
The only thing he didn't like is the price of the rounds. You know, the price of the rounds for it, and being a police officer, and he works with the SWAT and the crime units. He's got all the AR rounds he needs.
Oh, that's always handy.
Because what they do is they issue them rounds it's once a year they give you an issue of rounds, and at the end of the year you don't have to turn them in. They just give you another issue of rounds. You know, and it was like when he went to the academy, he got like I think it was 1,000 AR-15, and then he got like 2,000 9mm. That was for the academy, and they only used about half. And then as soon as he went on the police department, they did the same thing, issued him again. So we probably have 1,200 AR-15 rounds here, and at least 2,000 9mm.
Joel, do some research on them because some of the, depending on the model, they can be worth quite a bit. Sean said
When
some
you
of them
go-
are going for 150, 200 a piece.
You know, when he goes to the academy for practice, he's got to bring his own rounds. That's the only time he really has to use them.
Yeah. When I did SWAT back in Pennsylvania, the they had medics on the SWAT team. We weren't allowed to carry, but we had to qualify with shotgun rifle and pistol. And but because it was because of the Pennsylvania EMS laws, but it was listed in there that in the event that my cover goes down, then I had a legal right to grab whatever weapon I could to
Defend yourself. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
See, I came very close to going to Gretna EMS. They needed paramedics and needed everybody over there so bad. And they were recruiting me to come over. And I said, let me talk to the wife, because you go over there and they send you to police academy because they also give you a police commission. So I would have had both. You know, it would have, and their units they don't have red lights on the ambulance. They got blue lights. Because it can become a police unit if it needs to be.
Yeah. I went to the Contoms course down in DC with the Department of Homeland Security. It was a 10 or 12-day course. That was rough. They put us through hell.
Yeah. It's like a boot camp.
Yeah. We actually, I mean, we did a lot of tactical stuff, but we also did a lot of medical stuff. We learned like minor dentistry. You know, if you're out there, you know, on a SWAT call out and you're sitting out there for 5 days and, you know, one of your officers got a bad toothache. You know, they taught us little things how to fix that. You know, we learned how to do negotiations, like what they called, what was it called? Negotiations across the barricade. And we did medicine across the barricade. Yeah, it was a neat class. We did riot control.
Yeah.
They taught you a lot of stuff. The neatest thing of the whole course was there was one guy that was kind of head of the park police. That's the guys that protect the White House and, you know, all the different monuments. He took our whole class out one night and we did a tour all around DC. We actually got to go up in the Washington Monument, which they don't do anymore since 9/11. That was cool. It showed us the window where that one police sniper shot that guy on the courthouse. Christ, it was like over a quarter mile away.
Wow.
But, yeah. It was a good class. We had all kinds of people. We had medics, cops, air marshals, all different breeds of people.
Yeah, I bet you the negotiations they taught you wasn't the one I saw one time. We had a female jumper got on a water tower. She was going to jump off, and she's sitting up there, and we had like 3 units sitting there waiting for her, and all the police and everything, and they're talking to her. And she says, somebody go call my pastor. I want to talk to my pastor. The guy says, okay, just chill. I'll go call your pastor. Guy comes back and said, he's not home. Come on down. That was not the negotiation. You should have said.
Joel, that Atari 130 XE, dude, those things are going from $180 to $400 on eBay.
Yeah, that was the day I almost got myself fired at WestJet because she started coming down, and she finally decided to come down. And as she's coming down, I'm looking up there, and there's about 4 of us watching her. And I'm really studying the way she's coming down. And she'd come down a little bit, and then she'd look, and she'd come down a little bit and look again. And I said, y'all get ready. She's getting ready to drop. And he said, what do you mean? She's coming down. I said, no, she's not. She wants to see how high she is. Watch her. And she'd come down 2 or 3 steps and look down again. And then she'd go down 2 or 3 more steps and look down. And when she got down about 2/3 of the way down, she'd let go. Because she probably figured she wasn't going to kill herself. And all you heard was like this, right? So they're jumping fence, running over there, and I didn't run. I stayed there. I just opened back of the unit up and got everything ready. And they run her in and everything, and they're running lines and everything, and the report's going. And we had like 3 paramedics there, so I'm just in the back just throwing stuff to them. And they've got her in the unit, everything working, and Maldonado starts calling a report, and we got an open mic, and I didn't realize we had an open mic. And she said, I think she was like 32, like 30-year-old black female, fell from the water tower, all of this, attempted suicide, and I didn't realize he was on the mic for some reason. And I said, she didn't try to kill herself. The bitch was looking at the ground before she jumped. She knew what she was doing.
Oops.
And went over there. I said, she wasn't trying to kill herself. Like that. And Vic just looked at me and I went, damn. You know?
I had a crazy medic I used to work with in Pennsylvania. His dad was a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
Holy sh!
Was a top-notch medic, but he had a warped sense of humor. We were out on a jumper call one night, and we were out there for hours. It was freezing cold. He thought he would try a little reverse psychology, and it didn't work. He said, well, go ahead and just jump then. Death's your only friend. Jumped. I'm like, fuck. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's not
it looks like your 800, Joel,
yeah, that was
is going for minimum 200, depending on what comes with it. All the way up to, I've seen one for up to $649. Comes with a bunch of shit.
Reheat the car again.
I would definitely research those games, though, because you may be sitting on a really rare game and not realize it. Hey, you got some money there, dude. You probably got about $600 on console alone, depending on what you, like I said, what accessories you got with it. Because then you can look on there and see what accessories they have with theirs, and then come up with a price on yours if you decide to get rid of them. But you never know. You could have a game sitting there that's worth $2,000-3,000. Sean has Bad Fur Day, and that one's worth quite a bit. And he has the box and everything. And I think that one goes for like $200 or $300, I think. I'm just saying, if you're looking at that new drone you've been wanting to get,
there you
get
go.
rid of those all. You got some good Atari shit sitting around. There you go.
Yeah, I might as well go out today by myself, or tomorrow rather. I can't go with the guys Monday because my damn desk's coming. Should have been here yesterday.
And then the other time that I almost got fired from American Medical Response was we had a psych guy, and he was about 3 times my size, and the meds wore off right before we got into the psych unit. And we're coming down the bridge, and he starts fighting me, and I cracked him with the metal clipboard, and it kind of calmed him down, split his head open. And that morning we were issued the new clipboards, and we had to sign for them because so many people were messing them up. They said if you mess them up, you pay for them, like that. And yeah, because they're expensive, you know. And I get on the mic and I said, 42 be advised, would be diverting over St. Charles General. I said, the patient has developed a laceration to his forehead. And by the way, the clipboard has a major dent in it.
Laura, your comments are disabled on that video, by the way. I didn't know if you knew that.
It took about 30 seconds. Everything got quiet, and you heard 100, 722. Give me a 20. You know, I said, simple. And I said, he grabbed me and he was trying to throw me around the unit, so I hit him. Sorry, that was what I had in my hand.
Yep.
You know. He says, 10-4, that's good. It was my partner's fault. My partner was playing country music, and the guy said, "You got to play country music." He says, "Yep." And then he started fighting. I said, "God darn it, Al."
I keep procrastinating here. I gotta go. You
Okay,
know, it's two below zero. You just don't want to go outside.
it's 2 below there. Holy crap!
You in Tupelo? Tupelo where? Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Is
chilly.
it windy too, Ron?
No, it's pretty calm. It's supposed to go up to almost 40 today, in the 40s tomorrow.
Well, right now it's 2 below zero.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what was that a month ago? You know, we had that 30, 35 below, and then literally 5-6 days later, it was pushing like in the mid 50s. Had temperature, like an 80-degree temperature difference. It's amazing.
Wow.
Can't imagine.
That's crazy. You know, that the thing of it is that the older I get, Ron, the less I like winter.
Oh, trust me, I didn't like it when I was young.
Well,
Yeah.
when I was a certain young age, young and dumb, we used to snowmobile, we used to go skiing, we used to do all kinds of things, you know. We'd ice skate outdoors at the ice pond, you know, and that kind of stuff. Now it's
You know, the 20-some, 30-some degree weather, but it gets down into the single digits and below zero. It's no longer fun.
Oh, Joel, you just jacked the price up there, buddy. Still in its original box like new.
Like Tahoe,
There you
you go up to Tahoe and you're up there in 20-some degree weather, but that sun, you know, such high elevation and the sun's out, you're out there in a sweatshirt and you feel just fine.
Ones in the boxes were going for a lot, Joel.
So
Might be getting
what do
a
you
new
think?
Mavic 3.
Do you think, Ron, that you don't see as many out of towners during the winter as you do in the summertime, or?
Oh yeah, not here. Yeah, you don't. The other thing dumb though, and I've said this numerous times when I've been, especially at Rapid City Airport, the car rentals reduce their amount of cars that they keep. Like, oh, tourist season's over. Well, that's very true. But what happens in this part of the world during September, October, November? It's hunting season. People come from all around the nation to hunt here. And when they fly into the airport, what do they need? A car.
Right.
Yeah, that's why my boss actually charges a fee to go pick somebody at the airport.
No.
Yeah, because that's quite a hike, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of them fly into Rapid City, which is 2 hours away.
That's a 4-hour round trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, in his case, people that are flying in to go hunt on his land,
Mm-hmm.
they've got the money, right?
Oh yeah.
They're not poor.
No. I think you're going to see a big reduction in hunters this year. The Fish and Game just astronomically jacked up the prices on non-resident hunting license. I mean, like you're looking at over $1,000
Really?
just to buy the license. It doesn't include the outfitter fee.
Jacobs.
It is. Yeah, oh shoot. Well, guys, I better go get busy.
Okay, Ron. Dave, thanks for
Later,
stopping by.
What's today? Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam?
When do you go back to work? Sunday or Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
and how's Don doing?
What's up, Sam? Ain't seen you in a minute.
So you were able to go down there and clear his snow and
Yeah, cleaned up his porches for him, and we had another little talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might be able to, Joel, but that's not what I'm seeing them going for. I'm seeing them at like 800 at the most. But like I said, it
Morning,
depends on what you
Sam
have
Hayden.
with it.
How you doing?
So you might, I mean, I don't know how much you got for it. I guess if you have a big enough collection and got all the little bits and pieces for it and it looks that well preserved, you might be able to.
Take care.
Okay,
Okay,
Ron.
Ron.
Bye-bye.
What's up, Jody? It's going to get more valuable the longer you hold on to it anyway, but the retro stuff is always got some kind of market.
I got that SX64 Commodore, the original laptop computer. The one that was a portable unit. It was
Yeah.
all built in together, weighs about, that thing weighs about 40 pounds. And that thing is in mint condition because I bought a suitcase that actually fit in. And I've thought about selling that thing 2 or 3 times because it's on eBay for in the $700-800 range.
Sam's selling a Mavic Air 2 with a hard case and a Mavic Air original if anybody's interested.
Is it an Air 2 or Air 2S?
Air 2. Yeah, is it an Air 2 or Air 2S? Because sometimes people say Air 2, but they mean Air 2S.
Yeah, I sold my Air 2 when they started talking all the remote ID stuff, and then they turned around and put remote ID on
Copper
the Air
State.
2.
Just an Air 2. Okay, not an S. Well, if anybody's interested.
Get a hold of Sam.
Well, Paul knows how to get a hold of him too. If you guys are interested, you can get up with Paul and he can get up with him. Or if unless you have a work or some kind of email you can put in the chat that
Well, I
saying
think
that somebody can get up with you.
He's on Facebook too.
Jonathan wanted to add to the fleet.
Oh, Jonathan, did you end up getting rid of that Mavic 3 Pro so you could get the swell? The
Mini 3 Pro.
The Spry Plus? Yeah.
Well, I thought he tentatively had it sold, but am I mistaken? Was he having an issue with the guy?
Buying the Mini 3 Pro, yeah.
Yep.
So he could give Dan the 400 for the Spry Plus.
Right.
Yeah, that splash would be fun to fly.
Well, if anybody's interested in a Mini 3 Pro, Jonathan's trying to sell that so you can get the Spry Plus. So that's a pretty new drone if anybody's interested in that. If you're looking to get a Mini 3, because what he was selling it to that other guy for was a pretty good deal. I think it was a 475, 500 or just something like that, Jonathan. You were selling it for? What do you have around that rubber bands?
Yeah, I've got it. It's not coming apart. But I put a rubber band around it just to make sure it didn't come apart, you know? Because it's got very top, for some reason, like I said, it's sliced, but there's a gap here. So I'm gonna go back and get some putty or something and kind of fill the gap in.
You can actually do that with old filament. So they have these filament pins you can get, and you can put like scrap pieces of filament in there, and it melts it, and you can like fill in little gaps like that with those. Did you know they had those?
I didn't know. I might have to look.
Yeah, they're little filament pins, and you put
You
like
know
little
what? I got
scrap
that.
pieces in there.
I never thought about it. I've got that hot gun. I could probably put some film up there and melt it in there.
The glue, what, a glue gun?
No, a hot air gun, a heat gun. I could probably melt the filament enough.
I'd
No,
be
I'm
kind.
not.
Just
No,
don't
I'm
get
not
it
gonna
near
do
the
it on
duct.
that.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
gonna put it on
He's over there
like a
trying to
tray,
solder
melt
the
it, and
shit.
just yeah. I'm not gonna do that. No. But I might be able to melt it and take it with like something else and paint, shove it up in there. You see what my son's doing? He called me and I missed the call. I don't even know how I missed the call.
Here you go. Dre just sent me this picture. The grocery store. See the frostless Pop Tarts. They got blueberry and strawberry. I don't really buy Pop Tarts that often because the kids don't really eat them. They're not really a big fan of those. And Aubrey gets them from school all the time and brings them home. And I'm the one, me and Sarah are usually the only two that ever eat them. Yeah. Look this up quick.
Hey, Justin, you're going on with David, aren't you?
Yeah, 12:15 my time. We're just doing some gaming stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and last night Sean figured out how to do share the Atari on YouTube. He was doing Atari games last night.
Oh, good for you.
He used a capture card, just a little cheapy $40 capture card. Hooked it up to the Atari and was streaming it last night on my channel. Yeah, you missed it last night, Sam. We were had like a whole hour and a half. We were doing Atari stuff, and Sean, like I said, Sean was displaying the Atari games on his. I was highlighting them on the channel, and he was playing Pac-Man and what was the other one he was playing? Pitfall, and then Donald was making Sean jealous with all the Atari accessories he had. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good little show at the end there.
How long did it go?
5 hours exactly.
Wow.
That's usually what we do. We usually go 5.5, and then we end it. But you can, Sam, I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, Sean took a $40 capture card and hooked it up through his computer and was able to stream it last night. It was really cool. Just a little cheapy $40 capture card. So it can be done if somebody wants to take their Atari and stream some old, really retro games to YouTube.
You all right? Lay down.
Yeah, we weren't even sure if he could do it, but he tested it last night, worked out really good.
Morning. Or Lake Huron.
Yeah, we ended it about, I think, around 1, Dusty, is when we ended it. I think it was around 1 o'clock.
Whitefish Bay. Southern Lake Huron.
So you didn't miss too much.
Morning. Northern Lake
Me and Tim ended it right at 5 hours. Because it was just me and him, Sean and everybody took off. And then me and Tim just went the extra 10 minutes and we made it to 5 hours and then killed it. Oh, you're good, Joel.
So my Marine Corps son's on his way over, and he said his mom's coming over, so she could see the ring. I had to find out where the freaking ring's at because Justin said he had it. I don't know where he put it.
He did it through his Atari console, Al. He hooked I don't know exactly how he hooked it up, but he used a capture card because I didn't see how he did it. But Sean hooked a capture card up and then was able to stream it to my channel last night on YouTube. At the moment, no, Dusty, it's not raining here. It is cloudy outside though. But no, it's not raining.
Hey,
Yeah,
Justin, have you ever seen the videos with Lucy the elephant?
no, never even heard
Yeah,
of it.
Ron Brown puts them out all the time. Actually, Ken Herring put it out. Lucy the Philly did it one time. Up in New Jersey, they got a big elephant. It's a big attraction. It's just a big
attraction.
elephant, right? Yeah, well, on the beach, right? So down here, when you turn on the main highway, they've got a big elephant out there right now. It's got an advertisement for a guy running for district attorney. And it's big enough that I could do the Avada all through it. So I'm gonna go over there tomorrow and fly the Avada all through it. Then I'm gonna say, this is not Lucy the elephant. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Sam, I tried to sell mine for 500 about I was it 8-9 months ago, and I think I ended up getting only 450 for it. I mean, it's a decent price, but yeah, it's gonna be hard. Fortunately, the Air 2 is not a really super sought out drone. But I mean, you could try, put it for 550 and let them talk you down. Make them feel like they're getting a good deal. I mean, to me, that's a pretty good deal, but also the Air 2 price new has dropped too. I think it's like, what, 8 something now?
The
Might be
Air
7
2S,
something.
yeah, it's 8
No,
something
not the
now.
Air 2S, the Air 2.
The Air 2S has dropped in price too.
Yeah, see, the thing was DJI drones used to hold their value for a long time, but they've been coming out with so many fucking drones over the last 2-3 years that now they're actually dropping in price where they used to not do that. You know, a Mavic 2 Pro 3 years after it was released was still going for the same used and new, you know. But now drones, they're coming out with these models so damn quick that, and they're trying to stay in a certain price point. And guess what? Now it's encroaching, the old drones encroaching on the new drones price. So what do? They drop it.
Yep.
I mean, I would
Okay,
try,
I-
Sam. I'm just, I wouldn't get your hopes up, bro. I tried for a couple weeks to get. I think I started at 525 and I ended up getting talked down to like 450.
If I'm going to that now.
What I would do is set it at like 550 and let him talk you down to
Hey,
where.
this is my Marine Corps lieutenant son right here.
Oh, the other
Yeah,
boss.
nice to
Hey,
meet
It's
you.
there
Nick.
he is.
Okay, here.
He said
Congratulations.
another boss. Say Paul said congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm jumping off. I'll
Okay,
see
Alright.
y'all later today.
we'll see you
Later.
later on.
Okay.
There you go. Al gave you a link you could try, Sam. He said he try that link. He said he sold a lot of drones on there. Like I said, you might get 500. I don't know. That was just me trying to sell it locally, but like I said, it wasn't like a super new drone when I sold it. So, you know, it's the Air 2 is not really a super sought out model, I guess. But I don't know. You might have better luck than I did. What's the life expectancy of a motor on an Air 2? I don't know. Maybe Al or one of those guys might know that information or try looking it up. I'm not entirely sure on that. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off too. I'm gonna go get
Yeah, I
something
think we're gonna
something
call
to
it.
eat.
Okay,
I'll go get some breakfast.
everybody
All right.
take care. We'll see y'all again later today. Thanks, Justin. We'll
Yeah,
see
and I'll be
you.
live around 12:15
Okay,
this afternoon,
12:15.
so
Look for Justin and David, okay?
catch
Bye,
y'all later.
everybody.